I have always been concerned with painting the zeitgeist of every moment in time. Because I perseverate continually, I try to make up stories to explain what is happening, I suppose, but I don't let the outcome of those stories overwhelm me where possible. I decide to instead keep my philosophical distance from them and try to learn from them. The story is the point in art, all art. I trained as a classical clarinetist and can assure you that every melody that I practiced was an abstraction, but nevertheless a story with a beginning, middle, and end. I was also an actor and learned a love of theater, although I wanted to express my true feelings and not some lines written for me. Because I was a wounded child, my memory never quite worked well. So I always struggled to improvise instead. I try to approach my painting with this mental set, like a setting on a computer. It's, let's tell a story every time. Let's tell a story that is conclusive and rich in metaphor, a poem, a play. I think that this poem, this play if you will, has elements of color that are in the form of beautiful things, like the elements of the design of a rug pattern, decoration. To some end, decoration can provide a cushion to meditate on, but it's always in the background. I admit my work has veered into the decorative for this reason, to provide background that is descriptive but entertaining. That means to have the skills to design what you see, but with a control that defines the form. I'm not satisfied with just decor as a painting form. It requires discipline and skill maybe, but I've found that painting just form with no content stifles my desire to create stories. After all, I want to improvise. I need to identify and express my opinion about the situation this instance that I have painted in time is, if this process is to be at all successful and meaningful. So I put on a puppet show. Ideally, I set up a cast of characters, I paint the background scenery and put them into a box filled with light and air, a stage set, the landscape of events like a field of a play in game. I then set the actors into position in the moment that is my creation. I have tried to paint these narrative figurative paintings for many years and have struggled with my work such that it may be easy to resonate with its surroundings, but stay true to its mission. The job is being ultimately to instruct the viewer so that they may witness the truth in a colorful way. My truth, colored maybe with my opinion of that situation. These are my goals. I had the great good fortune to hear a lecture at Skowhegan by the late Robert Wilson and identified with his desire to use light in an elucidating fashion. He was a marvelous artist and had made many operas and multimedia events. Like him, I believe that the ultimate purpose of all art is to break or tweak solitude, to break up the loneliness of it. It was perhaps under the influence of Wilson that I discovered my hunger for content and went ahead and created what turned out to be a collaborative with a contemporary poet. In my case, I first chose Bob Dylan, painting my 42-piece painting of his song that I made into a musical video, an opera of sorts. I feel that collaborating with poets has always served my needs to translate the content of situations into paint. That is why and how I have made my recent 166-piece mountain of drawings and digital paintings into a video, as well as several paintings. After all, painting is my skill, and I need to create an object that is a painting, and drawing, and print for that matter. In the case of my recent collaboration with Jeff Wright, his poem play, The Remake, has served my need to produce a multimedia event and record it with music, with painting being a byproduct. The problem is how to make that byproduct depicting that story into a palatable wall decoration successfully, an almost Herculean task. That is what I am trying to do with my painting, to seek and tell the truth.